And welcome to the NASCAR Xfinity Series Boyd Gaming 300 from Las Vegas. We start this race from 17th and number 88 Hellman Chevrolet as we try to move our way forwards as we make a pass for 13th right here on lap 2, going by Quinn Half, Brandon Brown, and Ryan Vargas. Then in the corner, Ryan Vargas sideways, around he goes, hard to the outside wall for Vargas, back down into traffic, into the zero, into multiple cars, and we got Big Rock, Austin Hill involved. Oh my goodness. Already starting out with a big wreck. No yellow, we stay green. Then on lap 4, we fight Justin Haley for 13th. We cut him down in there. The 11 sideways. He's going to save it. Stacks up Timmy Hill. He saves it. We get to the wall. Actually, we want to get into the 11. And to finish the stage, Sheldon Creed wins it in a big wreck behind him. I'm part of it. Down lap 7 on the restart. We pit for fresh tires. So we're all the way back at 34th. Now 33rd, as we try to charge our way through the field in an attempt to get stage points here in stage number 2. Go to 27th now. Lap 9, go up to 19th as we go by Grant F. Finger and Maya Snyder. Lap 10. We try to get right in the top 16. We try to pass Tommy Joe Martin. Josh Berry, we get into the back of Josh Berry. He gets loose, but everyone holds on to it. Keeps going in the right direction. And lap 11. This is Sheldon Creed gonna sweep the stages here at Las Vegas. Very strong performance from him. Lap 15. We are now in just outside the top 10, trying to make our way up into contention. And now trouble for Quinn Half, hard to the outside wall, back into traffic, into Matt Mills, into Fincham, into the pack, takes out the 78. Caution will come out, and we will have a restart where we stay out on the racetrack in an attempt to try to hold the lead. And we mostly hold the lead. We hold it for like a good 2 or 3 laps until Sheldon Creed gains on us really big. Then we walk to the track, start going to the wall. We go spinning into Landon Castle. There goes Castle on the outside wall. We go spinning through the grass. We keep going the right direction to the pit lane. Caution comes out, so we have to pit fresh tires, drop to the rear with like 4 to go in a desperate attempt just to do anything to try to get up and have a shot at winning this race. Right now we are going nowhere, but we're up in the top 20 here. On lap 26, going by Alex LeMay and Carson Oscar. It's now going by Sam Mayer. Behind Alfredo, running for 16th. We give him the bumper. To Cornell, we turn him. There goes Alfredo. We go into Sam Mayer trying to avoid the crash. There goes Alfredo around. Sam Mayer around. Hoster, we're going to be pile up. And the caution will come out with some big hits down. Hoster upside down. Just got flipped on his lid. My goodness. On lap 30, we start 15th and a 2-lap overtime finish to this race. We just want to salvage something, trying to get the win. That would be a miracle if we could, but it's highly unlikely. Now we move to 12th, passing Jesse Wuji. Then down the back stretch, we shoot up into 9th, led by Justin Allgaier, Brandon Brown, and Riley Herbst. As the 11 and Justin Haley leads Sheldon Creed and Corey Heim. They move our way up into 7th as we pass Trevor Vane. Then we 3 wide past Josh Berry for 6th. Then we're going to pass the O2 Rebel for 5th on the final lap of this race. Justin Haley, the 11, gains some ground, starting to pull away a little bit. Then we make it past for 4th as the 19 Timmy Hill slows us down at a bad portion of the racetrack. There he goes, we spin Timmy Hill out, duking it out for the win. Then we come out of the corner, go by Corey Heim and Sheldon Creed in the last corner. We're not going to get there. The 11, just Justin Haley will win at Las Vegas, and we crash right at the end. Let's show a replay. We're racing hard with these two. We get up on the wall. There we go. Will crash Creed to swing through the grass. Heim sideways. We hit him across line for 2nd as Justin Haley wins. He's into the playoffs. Final race results. Justin Haley, your winner. I am your runner-up. Corey Heim, 3rd. Brett Moffitt, 4th. Josh Berry, 5th. Trevor Bain, 6th. Tony Brandinger, 7th. Justin Allgaier, 8th. Sheldon Creed, 9th. And Brandon Brown rounds out your top 10. Jesse Wuji, Riley Herbst, Hostelar, Ben Rhodes, all inside the top 15. Austin Hill down at 19th, Maya Snyder 20th, Sam Mayer 21st, Landon Castle 24th. There's Timmy Hill finishes dead last as we wrecked him there on that last lap. And now we see the point standings after Justin Haley's upset victory, where Justin Haley, who is points leader, maintains the points lead by 19 over myself, as he is our biggest championship threat right now. Then besides us, the playoffs wins, Justin Allgaier, Trevor Bain, Carson Hocevar, Tony Bradinger, Corey Himes, Sam Mayer, Brett Moffitt, Brandon Brown, Riley Herbst, and Sheldon Creed are above the playoff cut line, with the first four out being Jesse Wuji, Ben Rose, Grant Effinger, and Austin Hill. Landon Castle is 18th in the points, Josh Berry is 20th, Timmy Hill is 22nd. And the fastest lap of the race will go to Sheldon Creed with 30.827. Sheldon Creed also led the most laps, leading 14 laps here at Las Vegas. On the move was Carson Hocevar from 34th to 13th, plus 21 spots. And then the tough break is going to go to Marco Andretti. Started 5th, finished 31st, minus 26 positions. And now we head back to the playoff grid. And then we're back to the playoff grid. We know myself, Justin Haley are locked in with our victories, and I saw the top 12. The rest of them who were in at the end of the race was also Sheldon Creed is 6 points above Jesse Wuji. Ben Rose is 15 points below the cut line. Grant Effinger and Austin Hill are both 24 points below the cut line, and Tommy Joe Martins is 25 points below the cut line. And now we'll have the NASCAR Cup Series Pennzoil 400 from Las Vegas, and I will see you in that one.
And welcome to the NASCAR Cup Series Pennzoil 400 from Las Vegas. We start this race right about mid-pack in our number 6 Ally Ford Mustang. This is another custom paint scheme that we made in the paint booth that we'll be using for a few races on Ignition this year. So, right off the bat on lap 1, we're going to pass the 38 of Todd Gilliland and continue charging our way forwards. So now we head to 3 and 4. We are clear of Gilliland as we continue to try to further our position by moving up through the field. And lap 2, we make a move on the 21 of David Pearson for position, as right now the 4th Kevin Harvick is leading the way here at Las Vegas as he qualified on the pole and has a very fast race car today. Then everyone's spreading out down the back stretch with this 550 horsepower package racing. We go by the 43 Richard Petty, and then on the outside we go past Tony Stewart and the 44 of Kyle Petty, and we try to go to the outside of Bubba Wallace right there, and then we come down the track, loose sideways up into the wall, contact with the 47 of Gregson, and then we come back down into Suarez, even more contact, and we save it, keep it going in the right direction, and keep moving forwards. As we charge through now, right about, I'd say 15th or so, trying to catch that lead draft at the moment, as we did lose it making all that contact, but we have enough momentum here that we're going to close back in on the outside lane, gaining on the 47 and the 23. Then we are right in the middle, going to go to the outside now of Gregson and Bubba Wallace. We'll pass them both, and then be on the outside of 41 of Daniel Suarez on exit of turn 2, and we will get clear of Suarez for position. Then we make a move on Ross Chastain, heading into turn 3 and 4, and we go by him. And then we send it off right there and into the wall just a little bit, just a tiny little scratch right there next to 3 and 4, and we managed to clear the Joey Logano. And now we continue to move forward. Now we hit the wall there heading to turn 1 and 2. It doesn't affect our speed that much, so we are alright. And move to the outside to try to pass Kyle Busch and Matt Kenseth, which we will do with success. A 3 wide move right there. Then we also pass the 20 of Harrison Burton heading into turn 3 and 4. And then clear Dale Earnhardt Jr., Chase Elliott, and then Michael McDowell and Sterling Marlin we will be 3 wide with on exit the corner. And we will make the pass on them. That is very close quarters right there. Nearly hit McDowell. Then we fire off into 1 and 2. Going around the outside of Brad Keselowski and Jimmy Johnson. We make that pass happen. as we maintain this lead draft. They have to chase down Jeff Gordon and Dale Earnhardt Sr. We go around the outside of them, and then we just bounce off the wall there just a little bit. Oh, back hard in the wall again, off of Dale Earnhardt on the straightaway here at Las Vegas. In turn, we get a lot of contact there with Keselowski. Nearly turns us, but we keep it going in the right direction. Whoa, we go way up the racetrack into the wall. We lose some heavy momentum there with our contact with Keselowski. Lose a spot to Jimmy Johnson as well as Michael McDowell. But we regroup and go back, get focused, and try to get those positions back. So we go to the outside lane, get the position back from Michael McDowell. And then on the outside of Jimmy Johnson, make the pass on him. And then even go to the outside of Brad Keselowski here as we pass the start-finish line. We make that pass as we are now inside the top 10. And now we gotta settle down to try to catch the six-car breakaway led by Kevin Harvick. They're not that far ahead of us, so I think we can catch them. And so into 3 and 4, we reel in Dale Earnhardt and Brad Keselowski. Dale Earnhardt and Jeff Gordon with big momentum here. We go around the outside. Oh, contact Earnhardt there, loose sideways. We hold on to it. Once again, it is tough to pass here in this 550 horsepower package, but we carry on forwards now into 1 and 2, chasing Earnhardt back down once again. This time we go to the outside, and we're going to make the pass cleanly here on Earnhardt and get ourselves into 6th place. Then into 3 and 4, we're going to make a move on William Byron, Martin Truex, Denny Hamlin here, and we come out of the corner. And we resume here as we get back racing here through the straightaway. We were trying to make a pass on Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson. Oh, contact! Around goes Kyle Larson! We get into the 5 of Larson. And we're going to get a quick replay of this. And so we go into the 5 of Larson. Contact, spin him into Hamlin unintentionally. Just too close, side-by-side racing. Larson gets hooked right there. And then we get our third replay of this right here as we go racing Hamlin, Larson, then clip him, spin Larson into Hamlin, who goes up the racetrack into us. We get loose. Larson hits Truex. Truex has a little damage. Larson goes head on into that outside wall, but it's not terribly damaged. Everyone continues on, and the caution will come out, and that caution will end stage 1 as Kevin Harvick is your stage 1 winner, and I am your stage 1 runner-up. And now we are here for the restart of stage number 2. We restart in 3rd. Hard racing here with the 4 and the 11. Harvick and Hamlin right in front of us. We're going to try to pass them to get into the lead here at Las Vegas. And we charge past Denny Hamlin down the backstretch for 2nd. Heavy side drafting. Then we dive it into 3 and 4. And we are going to get loose on the apron right there. But we're going to maintain pace and clear the 4 of Kevin Harvick for the race lead here at Las Vegas. And we're going to try to pull away from the pack just like we did at Sonoma in our last clip as we transfer to ourselves with a nice lead here down the back stretch heading into turn 3 and 4 here late in stage 2. Just going to try to drive away and secure the victory here. So we will do our best as now we have a big lead right there, nearly a quarter of the track length there. As we head into turn 1 and 2 with the lead, now we go through the field. Look at the 5 of Kyle Larson, the 4 of Kevin Harvick running in 2nd, and we got Dale Earnhardt right in the middle there fighting for 6th place, and you got Brad Keselowski, and the 2 having a solid run, Sterling Marlin doing alright, and then you got Ricky Bobby back there running, struggling. You got Kyle Petty in the mid-pack portion here with Michael McDowell, Ryan Blaney. Then we focus on Kurt Busch, Daniel Hemrick, Timmy Hill, Brendan Gaughan, Matt Mills, Garrett Smithley, Cole Custer, Cole Trickle, Jimmy Johnson, who's having a solid run in the top 5, Noah Gragson, Richard Petty, Ross Chastain, Daniel Suarez, Todd Gilliland, Michael McDowell, Carl Edwards, Jeff Gordon, Bubba Wallace, Joey Logano, David Pearson, Harrison Burton, Martin Truex, Kyle Busch, Matt Kenseth, Michael Waltrip, Tony Stewart, Ryan Blaney, Denny Hamlin, Ryan Preece, Chase Elliott, Dale Jr., on board with him now. We go on board with Alan Kulwicki and myself back here leading the pack by a nice, comfortable, large amount. So we got a quick change camera views to get the right angle, as it's just showing turn 2 and 3 right now. So we pause it and then we change camera views to myself running a nice, comfortable lead over the field, trying to make it 3 wins in a row to start this season, which would be a great success on number 6 Ally Ford Mustang. So we carry on through the straightaway, looking behind us there, and then we go on the TV1 view through turn 1 and 2. A nice, comfortable lead. And so the next episode will be at Phoenix on Ignition, which will be very, very interesting. That'll be a preview of one of the playoff races later, but we just have this normal first Phoenix race, and we'll see how that will go. And that'll be after the conclusion of this episode. The next one, we will go to Phoenix. Now we just head into turn 1 and 2, and now we carry on with the race. We get in the wall a little bit right there, a little bit too high on the racetrack with this lead. And now we are going to go to a NASCAR 21 Ignition, crank it up. And we come through right there to win Stage 2 here at Las Vegas as we cross the line. So we are your Stage 2 winner. And now we begin the restart for the final stage of racing here at Las Vegas. And we are green. Myself and Kevin Harvick on the front row. And we're going to try to maintain this lead and preserve it. So now we're side by side with Kevin Harvick, Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson right behind. A little bit of contact next to the corner there between myself and Harvick. Everyone keeps it going in the right direction. Harvick with the advantage, and then we dive bomb into 3-4 sideways, getting into the 4 a little bit. And so we send it through, maintain the race lead here at Las Vegas, and we're going to start to pull away once again here at Las Vegas, as typical with Ignition so far this season. That will most likely change as the season goes on, so that will be very interesting to see. And we continue to lead here. And now is when we will resume our crank it up that was interrupted by the end of stage number 2. Now we are back from our crank it up session right there, with just a few laps to go in this race, maybe around 7, 8 or so laps left, and we are cruising to victory after finishing 3rd in Stage 1, winning Stage 2, and now leading every lap here in this final stage. In our number 6 Ally Ford Mustang, we're looking to put this race away as our 3rd win in a row and our 3rd win on the season here in season number 7, establishing ourselves already as the presumptive championship favorite for the moment. But it can all change when we head back to NASCAR Heat 5 in 2 episodes for Atlanta and Dover, which should be very entertaining. But still, we have Phoenix on ignition first before we end this first stretch of ignition races. And now we power forward down the backstretch into turn 3 and 4. And now we come out of turn 4, passing the pit lane right there. And, get in the wall a little bit and go all the way down into the grass in the restart zone. My goodness. Come through, cross the line, maintain the race lead into turn 1 and 2. Go through 1, coming through 2, and on to the backstretch with the race lead we go. And now we are just charging our way through the backstretch with a nice solid lead here at Las Vegas into 3 and 4. Through 3 and 4 now. Coming to the start-finish line, trying to wrap this race up as a victory, we hope. And we charge forward with this lead. Down the backstretch. It's been a dominant performance. Just like Sonoma, haven't really had any competition this race except early in the race when we drove our way up from like 27th to 1st. And that contact with Kyle Larson was the big drama early in the race, but nothing has occurred since then, now that we are in the lead and scooting away comfortably. And we're just gonna, try to keep this up all season. We will see when we crank the difficulty up another level at Phoenix, if I remember this time, so we'll do our best to do that. As we are in the closing laps here at Las Vegas, we are about to seal our 3rd win in a row this season as we go through to this final portion. We are flying down the backstretch with very fast speed. That's what a dominant performance it has been for us. As now we cut through the pack, seeing just some of the cars that are there. We got a nice little pack behind us that's racing hard. Then we got that 2nd pack and then 3rd pack. So you got 3 packs of cars racing for position here in Las Vegas. You have the front of the field, you have the mid pack, and you have the back markers. Then you have us, way far ahead of everybody. Just our sheer speed pulls us forward as we continue to try to maintain this lead down the backstretch into turn 3 and 4. Get in the wall a little bit right there next to the corner. Man, that was close. We come through to the line to continue on this race. As we charge into the backstretch. Into the wall a little bit in the backstretch. It's getting a little bit close quarters, running right up against the wall, and then running the middle in the corners, which is a good line to run. And then we keep it straight. Go down there through the middle of the racetrack. And we should be on the final lap. About to seal our victory here at Las Vegas. Fast forward a little bit. And we come through to the line right there. Now this is the white flag. So now we take the white flag. Final lap presented by Credit One Bank here at Las Vegas. Into the wall in 1 and 2. Tires getting worn. Feel them getting into the wall a little bit. as we charge forwards into 3 and 4 for the final time. Then we come out of 3 and 4 to the line, and we will win the Pennzoil 400 at Las Vegas in 1 lap. It was not the final lap that lap. I once again guessed wrong, as of course the ignition replays don't have a leaderboard, so I don't know when the last lap is. That is a pet peeve. I wish they would fix that so I could know when the last lap is so I could call it correctly, but nope, they do not, because ignition is a sad, sad game. So now we go into 3 and 4 for the final time. I'm pretty sure it is the final time this time. And then we go to the apron, take the check flag, and now we are officially declared the winner of the Pennzoil 400. In a dominating performance, we win the race. And now we view the race results. Myself, your winner, Denny Hamlin, runner-up, Kyle Busch, 3rd, Dale Jr., 4th, Matt Kenseth, 5th, Harrison Burton, 6th, Michael McDowell, 7th, Kevin Harvick, 8th, Sterling Marlin, 9th, Jeff Gordon is the top 10, Larson, Chastain, 11th, 12th, Elliott, Truex, Logano in the top 15, Jimmy Johnson, Keselowski in the top 20, as well as Earnhardt. Top 25 for Stewart and Pearson. Then down in 27th is Priest. Bridger Petty down in 28th. Rough finish for guys like Michael Waltrip once again. Carl Edwards, Kurt Busch. So we carry on here with the results. Scroll back up to the top. Of course, myself, we won by 14.4 seconds here at Las Vegas. Now we head to Victory Lane to celebrate with the crew. And now we cut to the points standings after this race. We still have our 54-point lead over Kevin Harvick, then Denny Hamlin, Jeff Gordon, Kyle Larson, Dale Earnhardt, Chase Elliott, Kyle Busch, Harrison Burton, Dale Jr., Brad Keselowski, Jimmy Johnson, Daniel Suarez, Tony Stewart, and David Pearson are all above the cut line, and Michael Waltrip is 26 in the points, but his win puts him above the cut line. So there you go, and until the next episode at Phoenix, have a good one.